So what is blended learning? That's a bit of a difficult question to pin down, and the terminology can get muddled. There is no single agreed upon definition of blended learning. However, most definitions agree that blended learning is a combination of face-to-face and computer-mediated activities that give students some control over the time, place, content, and/or pace of their own learning. There is some debate in the finer details from here, though. Some definitions distinguish blended learning as a percentage of time spent online versus face-to-face. Some define blended courses as those that actually replace classroom time, also called seat time, with online time. Some definitions hold that the computer-mediated activities must have certain characteristics. Some definitions distinguish blended learning from web-enhanced learning, while others collapse the two together. Blended learning is often referred to as a spectrum because there are many ways that it can be defined. Some definitions are more inclusive, while others are more detailed. So what are some of the ways that you can start thinking about using blended learning in your course? Here are 3 types of blended delivery that are often used in post-secondary courses and programs: flipped classes, web-enhanced courses, and flexible labs. Flipped classes have become popular in recent years because they allow more class time to be spent on student-centered activities. Flip models usually have instructors recording or using existing online videos that students can watch from home. This means that students are watching lectures and doing readings at home and coming to class for more student-centered activities such as discussions, simulations, role-playing scenarios, and problem-solving activities. In some flipped classes, this means that students come to class less frequently, while in others, it means that they simply do different types of activities in class. Web-enhanced courses are courses where students come to class during their regular scheduled time, but have additional online activities that they do from home. In these courses, instructors add technology-based out-of-class activities to encourage greater student engagement with course content. Others change what goes on in the class meetings as well as adding out-of-class activities. The technology-based activities in these models may include anything from watching videos to online discussion to online quizzes to online labs or simulations. Flexible labs are another type of blended learning that are becoming popular in post-secondary. In these labs, standard labs are abolished and instead replaced with a learning commons area where students can come to get support and guidance in their lab activities if they need it. Some institutions are even combining different types of blended learning. For example, a course may be flipped, while the lab section for that same course may be flexible. As you can see, blended learning takes many shapes and forms, which is why answering the question, what is blended learning, may not be as easy as it appears. That being said, what we do know about blended learning is that regardless of your definition of it, students generally prefer it to purely online or purely face-to-face courses, and that it often means increased access to course resources for students, and that makes blended learning something worth investigating. Ultimately, the goal of blended learning is to make the best use of class times to support teaching and learning, and most importantly, thinking about how to implement blended learning models in our courses enables us to rethink what we're doing in the classroom and why.